Hi there and welcome in my second tutorial for HTML web structure. And this tutorial I will show you a couple of new tags which you will be able to format your text, and also a couple of extensions which you probably haven't seen yet, or maybe you don't know where to use them actually. So mainly this will be about new tags and a couple of extensions, this tutorial. As you can see already, I have created my basic code, basic HTML and head body tags with the title included, and I will show you now a couple of new tags. So first of all, you already know that you have a bold tag, font tag, or paragraph. The other ones you can use as well are, for example, underline or italic. Those are very common actually when you use word processor software. For example, Microsoft Office. You have underline, strike through, or for example, subscript and so on. So how you do it, how you use it, how you write it? You simply put U for underline, and you put some text. You close it, and that's pretty much it. That's pretty much the tag for the underline. The text between will become underlined. And now if you want to make it italic, you write simply I in the same manner as you write bold or underline. So those are very simple tags. It will make the text underline and bold at the same time. Let me show you this. So basically it's underlined and it's not bold but italic. The other one you can actually use for formatting of the text is a subscript and subscript, and both of those are the ways to format the line of the text. Now by that I mean, if you use one of those, depending on the one you use, the text will go a bit over or a bit below the normal line of the text. And let me show you the first one actually. Some normal text, so that you know you will see the difference. And I will show you subscript first. And subscript will make the text a bit below the normal line of the text. And when I save this and refresh the page, you will see that the text appears a bit below the line, and it's not on the next line actually. It's on the same line, but it's a bit down. And now if you use subscript, it will make it a bit high over the text, like so. This one actually, the previous one, I don't know actually what you can use it for. Maybe some kind of numbers, I don't actually have a clue. There are some uses you can use it for some reason, but this one I know what you can use it. For example, in time, where you have for example hours, and you have minutes in the higher line, like so. You can also use it for the power of the numbers, like 2 to the power of 2. So you, for example, have a 2 normal and the power is here. So those kind of uses, if you find on your web page and you create, you have ability to do so, to format it like you want. So those are the basic tags. The other tag which format the text is a header tag, and the header tag is basically spread out for 6 tags. Now each tag is depending on the number of the tag, from 1 to 6. 1 is the biggest one, and the biggest font size you can get in the header, and the 6th is the lowest, the smallest size of the text. So I will show you H1 and H something else, so you just see the difference. Something like this, and you end it like so. And if you want to use other header, you basically specify the number. The tag stays the same, just the number changes. So for example, you want to use 5. Like so. And you also end it with H5. So you open it and end it with the same number, and that's the rule. And as I said, the first one is the biggest one, and the more down you go, the more smaller text becomes. I will break it so it will be clear for you. Okay, saved. And okay, so that's the H1. That's how it looks like. It's quite very big. And this is H5, which is smaller than normal text, and normal font is probably H4. H3 I think is a bit bigger than normal, but I don't know. Actually, you can use them for example, well, let's say headers and stuff like this. That's the name of the tag, actually, header. So you use it basically for headers. And what else? Oh yeah, what was it? A comment tag. The comment tag is used in two ways. First of all, for comments, and secondly, it is used for the JavaScript when you don't want to show the code on the page when the browser doesn't support your code. And the second thing I will show you later on how to use this, because this is the beginning of the tutorials. This is just HTML. JavaScript will come in probably, I don't know, 10 tutorials or something like this. So JavaScript is still to come. But to use the comment, you basically do something like this. You write some kind of comment, and you end it like this. So this is a comment. Now if I write something below or above, it doesn't matter where I write it, but I just write something, you will see that this will not appear on the page. Now when you just reset this, yeah, and it doesn't appear, it just appears the one I have inputted here. So this one doesn't appear, it's just a comment for the developer, so that he will know which part of the code does what, for example, or something like this, or some kind of notes you can leave, and so on. And this may be useful when, as I said, you need to comment your code when you have loads of code, loads of line of code. It's good to use those type of things to remember what everything does. And the second way, as I said, will come with JavaScript. As I said, also I will show you a couple of extensions. And the extensions are basically the thing you use with the normal tag, just to change some kind of thing with the text as well. For instance, if you use font, you can basically use font tag, which is empty. You also need to include the extension all the time. As you need to specify what type of font thing you want to use. For example, font size, you need to say that. So for example, font, you have size. You specify the size, let's say 10, and you don't need to write 2 times font tag just to specify something else. For example, you want also change the color, you just space it and you say color and equal to something like white black. I will show you white black later on, and when I change the background color I show you that as well later on. You can also change well, I've changed the size of the text, the color of the text, but I can also change the text itself, the type of it. So the font type I can change. But it's not as you would think. For example, font type, or you would just write type. No, it doesn't work like this. You need to write face. Don't ask me why. Actually, it's kind of confusing. But when you write face equals and you specify what type of font type you would like to use for that text between this tag, I will use Arial. Now you won't see loads of difference in the text between this one and normal, but it makes difference, small one, but it makes. I will show you that actually. Okay, font, and I will show you normal text. Let me break this as well. Okay, let me say this and refresh. So okay, I changed this text to the it's a size 10, and also it should be, what was it, oh, black. Yeah, it's black by default, but I will show you later on what I want to do. And for example, the font type, which is Arial now. You can't see much difference as those letters are not the same as me, but it is different a bit different. You can spot there when you have the same letters with different font types. And actually, I will change it to Y. My mistake. And what I wanted to show you with that, you can also change with the extension. You can change background of the body, which means you change the background of the page. And to change the background of the page, say BG color, and you specify the color of the background basically. And as I said, you can do it with normal names of the colors like red, green, blue, yellow, stuff like this. You can also use a hexadecimal value of the colors, like so. First of all, first two values, doesn't matter what type of values, you can put up to FF, which is the highest value in the hexadecimal code. And this is those two first values represent red color, and it goes up to 255 as the RGB color. It represents in RGB color. So 255 for red, then you have 255 for green, 255 to blue. Those are the highest values you can get, and by doing so, if you put all F's, 6 values will equal all F, and you will get white. And if you put all zeros, it will equal black. Of course, you need to know how to mix those colors to get different values. If you, for example, want to get yellow, you need to use red and green only to get the yellow. But that's not the lesson about today. I will use the zeros, which is black, because I have white text. And this is how you change the background color. You don't need to actually specify the color of the text here. You can also do it probably in the body, and probably I say because I don't remember if that works. So I will just try equals what was it, white. Yeah, and let me just delete this from here and check if that will work actually. No, color equals white. Well, it doesn't work. Actually, it doesn't work. Well, it did work for some kind of tag, but I don't remember which one. You can also change it like this, so there's no problem with it. Now it will work. So there's no problem with it now. So this is the body. You can change the background. This is one of the best things you can do actually for your page. Change the background color. You will have your own color and stuff like this. Your own color of the writing of the text and stuff like this. As I said, later on I will show you in the new tutorial. On the future tutorial, I will show you how to create more advanced stuff like pictures and links and so on. Also, other tags you can use with extensions is a paragraph, and paragraph basically you can use alignment, and alignment is pretty much useful because well, you don't have tag which specify go to the right. So if you want to align something to the right, you need to use something like this. You say equal to. You can also equal it to center or left, but left is quite pointless, and sometimes it's better if you use align equals center than just using the tags, separate tags. Then you have some code, some writing like so, and you close it. So you will basically align this, and you will align this to the right. We'll make it white so that you will see it. Well, you can't actually see it there. it's aligned to the right now. So as I said, this is pretty much useful when you use those extensions, and you can use them with pretty much all the tags you already know. Also, ruler has some extensions, like you can specify the length of the ruler, for example, in percentage or in simple points and stuff like this. So it's quite useful when you use extensions. Some of them are crucial, some of them are just optional. This is pretty much the end of this tutorial. I talked for quite a bit now, but as I always say, if you need more specific informations about more tags and stuff like this, basically visit my webpage. There are written tutorials about HTML already uploaded, already for use, and there are more tutorials than just 2. There are a bit, I think 10 or 11 tutorials on HTML. It goes to the point of JavaScript already. So if you want to go further, faster, and just read those tutorials, videos are just coming out now. Okay, so this is the end of this tutorial. As always, visit my webpage and YouTube channel. If you like this video, subscribe, and I will see you next tutorial. Bye.